overall men's classic physique South Island Champs 2026. And that is number 51.
Let's get it, let's go. Let's get it, let's go.
Alright, I just pulled up at Canterbury Fitness here in Canterbury after a 6-hour drive from Queenstown. It's been a bit of a day, to be honest, in the car. Not ideal, but we've just spent 3 days in Queenstown. It's been fucking amazing. Snowboarding, doing the luges, visiting, other sort of, I guess, scenic places, and it's been absolutely incredible. But now we are here in Christchurch, where we've got Derek, who is a New Zealand client of mine, competing in both classic physique and men's physique in the ICN South Island Classic. So I'm actually just about to go see him for the first time. I used to go to school with Derek in New Plymouth Boys, in New Plymouth, obviously, in New Zealand, in the North Island. So we went to school together. He was a year or two above me. So obviously we weren't necessarily close or anything in high school. But, all these years later, we've worked together and got him ready for a bodybuilding show. So it's going to be like my first time seeing him in about 10 years, which is crazy. So anyway, we'll go in, we'll catch up with him, we'll see how he's looking. Come on. Been a minute, eh?
Been a minute, my boy.
Right, let's go through mandatories. I want you to keep doing that same transition, but can you scoot that arm a bit more when you come around? So when you come around, scoop that first, then come up, then sweep and back in. Because see how you sort of, when you sweep, you're letting that arm out and it loses that chest. Bang. There you go. Air out. Every single pose we land with air out. Yeah, turn that on. So with your glute, it's like you're trying to suck up a shit, right? That's it. Good. Good. Bro, that's your side, eh? Suck that shit up. Glute. Boom. Yes, keep that on. It's the hardest part of this pose is that glute. I think we're going a little too high. When you elevate that humerus up too high, you lose that lat. Yeah. So be cautious. We want to go as high as possible. So you're watching yourself, how high can I go until I lose that lat? If we go too high, you'll start to lose that lat. That's better. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, dude. You know he could hit this? So you could be here, boom. Yeah, bang. Then come in, boom. Yes. See that tricep hit? That looks awesome. Good, dude. Kick the leg, bang, very classic. Squeeze a little less, bro, you need to conserve energy. Really important, a lot of people tend to overpose. That's when we start dripping and our sweat starts dripping and we're shaking. When you're shaking, you look a lot less confident in yourself, as opposed to if you're there, you're squeezing 70% and you're very calm and the guy next to you like this and you're just super calm, dude. You know what I mean? Boom. So try to squeeze 70. Like if you go do like a front double bicep or even a side chest, whatever. Give me 100, squeeze hard out. All right, back it off to like 70%. And look at the difference. Bro, you look the same. You know what I mean? There's no visual difference between 70 and 100.
Trying to like, because we're here.
Yeah, that's all right. You look good though. All right, we've just gotten back to the Airbnb, which is actually a pretty nice spot, if I'm being honest with you. He's looking awesome. He is looking awesome, really happy with how he's looking as a first-time competitor. A lot of people struggle to get into condition. A lot of people think that they're lean enough before they genuinely are, and it's because it's the leanest I've ever been, being first-time competitors. But Derek's been awesome. He's really submitted himself, or submissed himself to the journey, and obviously being coached. He's a coach himself, so I think he understands, basically trusting the process, understands that he's invested in a coach to get him to a certain position. He's invested in someone who has more experience in, the specific field in which he's enduring. And he's really just trusted the process. He's put all the work in. He's done everything he needed to do. He's ticked every single box. We just had a conversation in the car. He just said, I feel very at peace. I feel very calm. And I said, that's exactly where you land when you've done the work. More often than not, if you're freaking out the day before the show, it's usually because you didn't leave every stone unturned. It's usually because there's potentially more that you could have done. You know, there's cheat meals that you could have not had. You know, there's days where you maybe skipped steps, cardio, training sessions that you probably shouldn't have skipped. So when you've put the work in, when you've done everything you possibly can within your power, I think it puts you in a calm space leading into the show, knowing that whatever happens, you know, you did everything you could to put yourself in the best position possible. And if it doesn't go your way, there's nothing else you could have done about it. Not this season anyway. He's the first competitive athlete for JCF of this season of 2026 in Season B. But anyway, I'm going to go get my own session in. I'm actually 20 minutes away from that gym, so I'm going to get ready, get dressed, and then head back to that gym and I think get a leg session in. The only issue with like being away and training and just being out of routine is going to the gym now under less than ideal circumstances in terms of just preparation. I'm someone that likes to, you know, have a good, solid, quality pre-training meal. And what a good, solid, quality pre-training meal looks like for me is a easily digested carbohydrate source, obviously sodium, potassium, and hydration, right? So that is going to, you know, obviously hydrate the body, help draw fluid into the muscle, and then obviously provide the pump. Carbohydrate provide energy, training performance, recoverability, and then maybe even just a quality leucine source of protein. So that can be chicken, meat, you know, dairy product, whey protein powder. I'm very specific, and it makes my stomach feel great. It helps me train well. You know, and to be honest with you, a lot of it's probably in my head. Can you still train well, you know, without those ideal circumstances? Probably. I don't know if anyone else is like that too. If you need, you know, your routine pre-training, it just sends me into a really good mindset. I know that I've covered all my bases heading into that training session. I've put myself in the best position possible. I've obviously optimized the environment for that session to take place. But anyway, we're gonna go get it done. I haven't trained since Monday. It's currently Friday, and I haven't trained since Monday, which we got to Queenstown on Tuesday. And I've obviously just enjoyed my time there all week. It's funny, when I have clients and they're heading away, I tell them, like, don't worry about training. Like, no, I'm definitely going to get my gym sessions in. You know, I can't not train, etc., etc. And I'm so big on, like, dude, you're away for a week, man. Like, enjoy your time. I've been in Queenstown. The scenic views are incredible. There's so much to do there. Snowboarding, luges, you know, downhill, fucking shopping, you know, food, just hikes. There's so much you can do there, and I was only there for such a short period of time, 3 to 4 days. The last thing I'm gonna do is go do something that I can do all the time, you know, every week under, you know, my normal routine and resistance training. I'm not gonna waste my time doing that. I'm gonna spend my time enjoying it with my family, you know, in a new place that I've never been before, doing new things and experiencing new things. I think more often than not, you know, health, fitness, losing weight, building muscle, people complicate it and think that it needs to take over your entire life. It doesn't need to take over your entire life. You know, you want to make your training, your nutrition integrate into your life. You want it to fit into your life, not your life to fit into that, right? And I think that's where people go wrong. They think that they can't miss a session, they can't miss a week, because it'll all go downhill. I can tell you, I've had weeks off from surgeries and injuries. I've had months off. I've also seen Gen Pop clients do the same thing and return back every single time. I do understand the fear behind it, right? Especially if you're someone who's really struggled to gain the routine of going to the gym, of eating well, of getting your steps in, and you're now in that routine, you're in that rhythm, you know, you got that flow state going. I do understand the fear behind, okay, if I don't do it for a week and I fall back into the comfort of old habits, am I going to be able to get back into it? And I get that. I do get that, because that is a risk. You've got a fair point there. So I think, you know, obviously having a plan ahead of time to make sure that there is a date that you're back in the gym. If you do have a coach, obviously that makes it so much easier because you've got someone keeping you accountable to that specific date. But nonetheless, I think you need to have a date in mind of when you're returning, and obviously some goals, right? I think a lot of people don't have specific tangible goals that they've set themselves. If you don't have specific and tangible goals that you've set yourself, you can get quite lost in your journey. You don't have anything anchoring you, right? You've got nothing holding you, you know, accountable. There's nothing to measure day by day, week by week by, right? There's no sort of, I guess, success measurement. So, you know, making sure that you've got a specific target that you're working towards, whether it's a number that you want to lose, 10 kilos, whether it's a certain amount that you want to be able to lift, you know, whether it is a scale target, whatever it may be, you need to have some sort of a tangible goal. If you've got a date, a wedding date, you know, a event, a birthday, whatever it may be, if you've got one of those, that can really, really help you as well, because, you know, that's going to keep you accountable each and every week as the weeks dial down. But anyway, I need to find like a pack and save. There's Burger King. I need to find like a pack and save or a Woolworths. I've got creamed rice here, which is delicious. They have it in Australia too, but they only ever have vanilla flavour. Over here, they've got a chocky flavour as well. I've just had a Powerade, so I'm not too stressed if I can't find anything. I just haven't had any solid foods. So I'm looking for solid foods. Hey, these rice balls, what are they? The rice balls down here, what are they? Like a rice bowl?
Yeah, it's a rice bowl.
Right, cool. Could I just get a small chicken teriyaki rice bowl?
Yeah, sure. Any extras in it?
No, just chicken teriyaki.
Yeah.
Oh, I eat that.
Sorry? Just open it and just buy like hamburgers.
Oh, you just buy it like a hamburger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
I've never eaten it like that before.
or you can take a fork.
No, that's all right. So you just open it up and just eat it like a...
Yeah.
And it's got chicken inside it.
Yeah.
Legend, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Guys, what the fuck? Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. This is crazy. So as you can see, it said rice ball, right? And I thought, maybe these motherfuckers just can't spell correctly. You know how like Asians are like, you know, oh, rice bowl, and it kind of, I don't know, it sounds like ball. I don't know. They literally just handed me this, a chicken teriyaki rice ball. So it wasn't a bowl, dude. It was literally a fucking ball of rice with teriyaki chicken in it. Bro reckons I'm gonna eat it like a hamburger. So it's literally, you can see it's literally just like a ball of rice with like teriyaki chicken inside it. And it's got like it's got like mayo inside. That actually fucking bangs, bro. And it's not that hard to eat either. See, now the issue is I need like 30 minutes between eating and training. And I wouldn't call this an optimal meal, but I'm basically gonna eat. I think I'm like 5 minutes away from the gym, so I've got to get back to the fam, so I'm gonna have to just fucking eat this and just smack my session out. But let's do it. We're gonna start off with a hamstring movement. We're at a standing hamstring curl here, or kneeling hamstring curl. So I've actually just done my warm up and feeder set, which means I'm ready to work on this next set. It's a nice smooth machine actually. You're gonna get a good view here. Oh, that's heavy. That's heavy. Not bad for first working. Second exercise, warm up set. Whew. Crazy thing about these handles here. What am I? An idiot sandwich. Maybe you're supposed to be back like that. Alright. These are 20s, by the way. They just look really, really small. And they've got no handles, so they require like optimal grip strength to hold the plate. You'll see what I mean in a minute when I load up another one. It was good, it felt good, very smooth. See what I'm talking about? No handles, just straight grip strength on these 20s. They're definitely 20s. Every machine's different. I don't know if you're ever someone who's been to like multiple different gyms, you'll notice every machine's different. So when you're on like holiday and you're trying out a new piece of equipment, even though it's a hack squat, I've done hack squats plenty of times, the angle of every hack squat's different. The loading or the loadability of every hack squat's different. So because of those differences in the mechanics, you never know what weight you can truly lift on it, what's your working gonna be. Sometimes you'll pick up what you think's a warm up and you're like, holy fuck, and it humbles you really, really quickly. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, that's right, idiot sandwich. Go 3 bickies, we're just gonna go up a bickie at a time. So basically how my feeders are gonna work is if I lift up, do a rep, I'll decide on whether it's gonna be a feeder or working. If I pick it up, I do that rep relatively easy, I'm like, right, 10 of these are probably not gonna be working within close proximity to failure, so that's not gonna be my working. In which case it'll be a feeder, which I know that I don't want to fatigue on, so then I'm going to reduce my reps all the way down, potentially from 1 to maybe 3 or 4 reps max, just to ensure that I don't entail obviously any fatigue. Here we go. Yep. But I genuinely think I've got another bicky in me. I think I'd be selling myself short. All right, here we go. As you can see, I have put a reverse band on it, but it does have very, very low tension, I promise. But I'm a little nervous. The bottom of the movement's definitely where my knees feel most compromised. So I'm just alleviating that a little bit by lightening the weight in the compromised position tends to really help me be able to maximize loadability where it matters, which no, I'm not getting that full load, but it's only really moving a very small removing a very small percentage of the load. But it does it in the most compromised position, which is in that full knee flexed position, right? So then basically as you come up, that band releases and you've got the full load. And you've got the full load where you are in the safest portion of the movement. So it kind of makes sense, right? Only thing too, I don't know if I can bottom this out. I don't know if I can't get it up. Is there a base level of safety? I can see these, but I feel like that's like, I don't think I'll be able to get that low, so I guess we'll see. Oh, that's heavy. Here we go, baby. Yep. Oh. Yep. Yep. Oh, that's 8. We got 2. We got 2. Yep. Oh. That was close proximity to failure. That's a working set. I don't know how much that band was tightening at the bottom. It didn't feel like anything. I'm having like an argument with myself at the moment. Do I just realize that I'm on holiday, repeat that set again, and be happy with it? You know, 10 reps was close proximity to failure. It was a relatively hard working set. You know, do I just accept that and move on? Or the inner dog in me is like, nah, dude, you got more. You got more. Go with 5th plate. Go with 5th plate. Risk it. Risk it. Anyway, I think I'm gonna hit 5 plates. Excuse me. Would you better spot me on this set? Yeah. Nah, yeah, I won't need you to pull it up, but.
How many reps?
I reckon like 6. Yeah. Yeah.
Good push. Up. Get up.
Oh, one more.
All you. All you. Oh fuck, I can't do this.
That's all right, I'll sit down here. And if you can slowly unrack.
2, up.
Oh, I knew there was a reason I got you guys. I knew it.
Fuck this, heavy.
That was,
I'm like, ah.
that was heavy. I was calm.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, just unrack it, I'll wait. I'll wait. Thanks, guys. All right, we are an hour and a half out from Derek going on stage. So basically what we've done since arriving is run a test pump up. So basically just grab a band, run around, and that's just us basically identifying how easily he's able to get a pump. If he's able to get a pump relatively simply, we know that we're on track. And then obviously we just continue with meals as per normal. If he was to struggle to get a pump, we would ask a few questions to try to find or reverse engineer as to why we're struggling to get a pump, whether it's a fluid issue, whether it's a carbohydrate issue, or a electrolyte issue, right? But we were on track, so from there, it was basically, hey, legs up, rest up, try to get a nap in if you can, and just stay extremely, extremely calm. And then that's kind of landed us to where we are now. Just another quick test, a bit of a run through. Things are looking really, really sharp, which is great. Just very hungry, so we're gonna, I guess, satisfy that itch just a touch with a couple of lollies. Just maybe like a handful, a small handful. So then we're gonna run glazing, and then by then we should have about an hour out. And then it's just a matter of a slow pump up, very, very slow, calm, controlled. Last thing we want to do is get caught off guard where they say, hey, 10 minutes out, you got to get on. And we're trying to rush a pump up the athletes. Adrenaline elevates and stress really starts to obviously occur. Sends them out on stage stressed, you know, scattered, anxiety high. And then their presentation is sort of going to be reflective of that. So it's really important, I guess, as a coach to be on top of that, understand the timeline, continue to liaise with the people running the show, and then, you know, be able to take that pressure off the athlete. So anyway, that's where we're at now. We'll come back when we're pumping up. Right, we are backstage. We're about to start this pump up. We're looking good, we got glazing, he's looking awesome. Tightening up really nicely. While this category is only your first timers, it's quite, because there's such a big lineup here, I'd say a lot of these boys are in the open. So while this is the first timers, it's really probably going to determine a potential overall, right? So we need to go out and send it on this first showing.
We can't need to give it everything here.
Yeah, because they're not going to place you in front of him in one category and then behind him in the next.
Yeah, and then give me an overall either.
Yeah, no. So like, it's kind of who wins this first time.
We're on.
Yeah. Cheers, thank you. All right. It's important because we want to try to obviously maximize pump, minimize fatigue accumulation. We don't want you on stage fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel right.
So that's why, like, timing, continuing to liaise. What's the time? What's the time? What's the
actually
like?
pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. We want to annoy the fuck out of them. You know what I mean? What's the time? What's the time?
Yeah.
That's why, like, I only seen him 5 minutes ago. I'm like, where are we at now? Where are we at now? All right. Let's do another set of push-ups. It's showtime and there's a lot riding on this first one. I think his biggest competition is really going to be in this first category.
No particular order, can I please have on the cross number 51?
Yeah, Derek! Let's go, 51!
Number 50.
That's it, baby! Keep those legs on, Derek!
Now, as you are, fellas, I'll be 21, then 22 and 20. And over here, I'll keep you as you are, fellas, just come forward, and we'll swap you around as we go along.
Don't stop working, Derek! Don't stop working!
Take a step back, there we go. Now you're popping in here, brother. Come over here, there you go. You get a better position. Alright, just shuffle in a little bit for our symmetry now, guys, and I'll put a turn to the right.
Let's go, Derek! Keep it classic, 51. Air out, Derek, air out. That's it, stay tight. Chest on.
Quarter turn to the right.
That's it, Derek, stay wide.
Just relax for a second, fellas. Just spread out a little bit in the middle there. You fellas got some decent lats. Okay, just strike that again, guys. Just have a look at your rear symmetry.
Drop the arms a bit, Derek. Drop the arms.
Quarter turn to the right.
This is your shot, Derek.
And quarter turn to the right.
Legs on.
Okay, fellas, we're going to leave a bit more room in here. You're quite wide. So just
Stay tall, Derek, chest up.
relax. 49 and 51, swap places please. 49 and 51. Classic biceps. Relax. Side of your choice. Side classic chest.
Quick transition here, Derek, quick transition. And go, Derek.
Relax. 50 and 49, swap places please. 50, 49. Classic triceps.
Your shot, Derek. Lock out.
Relax. Place the ribs.
Third place, men's classic physique first timers. Congratulations, 49 Anakin. In second place, number 50, Daniel.
Let's go, Derek.
Taking up men's classic physique first timer, number 51.
How was your first time out on stage?
That was tough, to be honest, bro. They worked us, big group, but I loved it, man. Like, it was cool. There was nerves, there was excitement, there was all the emotions, but yeah, no, it was worth it. It was great.
Was it what you expected it to be?
Yes and no. I don't know, it's weird, eh? Like, it was, but I think I enjoyed it more than I thought I would enjoy it, to be honest. Like, I did this for the challenge, not for the stage. Like,
But then found that you enjoyed the stage.
yeah. So it was like a different, like, yeah, it was like different than I thought it was going to be.
Do you feel super competitive on stage, like in terms of like you're there to show down, or do you feel like, you feel
Yeah,
not just
bro.
enjoy yourself?
I'm hella competitive, bro. I can't help myself. It's in my blood. Chelsea tells me to be quiet in case there's football games because I'm screaming on the sideline. But like, yeah, it was good though. It was good. There was a good group of dudes out there, so like it was cool to come away with that first one. So see what we can do next.
All right, let's go. Work's not done. So as you guys may have seen there was a fair bit of sweat coming off Derek as he come off, which means, as I mentioned, we're losing electrolytes. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him a couple of scoops of Powerade powder, replete some of the glucose that he would have just expended on stage, give him a little bit of energy, rehydrate him. It's essentially just a bit of a replenishment right before we head back out there. But that was honestly a perfect peak. I couldn't ask for anything more. So really stoked with how we landed on stage. Very dry, very vascular, nice and full, but not so full that we lost obviously that tightness. So he also did his job in terms of posing, executing, and obviously just continually working as they did. They worked them really hard. So that was fucking awesome though. So we'll keep him pumped, keep him full, replete, and see how the rest goes. The job's not done.
51 on the cross, 50 on his right, 49 on his left, 15, come forward fellas.
Let's go, Derek!
Forward, turn to the right.
Time to work, Derek! Keep it classic!
Forward, turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right. And quarter turn to the right. Let's hit the compulsory fellas. Classic biceps. Relax. Just give yourself a bit more room in the middle, fellas. Let's strike that again. Classic biceps. Relax. Classic side chest. Relax. Classic triceps. Relax. Facing rear. Very classic biceps. And relax, face the front. Last two poses, fellas. 100% effort. Let's go. Classic abdominals.
Let's go 51!
Let's make some noise.
Go 51!
And relax. You need to make some noise because we've got a break after this. All right. For the last time in this class, gentlemen, let's make it count. Your favorite classic pose. Let's go. And relax. You know what time it is, fellas. Let's go, Andy, take it away with the pose down.
Time to work!
Classic Physique South Island Champs 2026. And that is number 51, Derek.
Yeah!
Congratulations, Derek.
Good work, Derek!
Thank you to our lads, epic savings today. Thank you so much for being here on that. And have a good number 2. Thank you, lads, on the yellow line.
How you feel, bro?
Yeah, bro. Good, bro.
Bro, you fucking killed it, dude.
18 and 51, take one step back. You guys come in. We'll get you on the outside, fellas.
So you can see Derek got moved straight to the outside here, and this is where the sport of bodybuilding can become a little bit frustrating. He was moved out with absolutely no comparison whatsoever, and the only reason I can put that down to would be for the fact that he's just come away with an overall win in men's classic physique. So at this point I'm thinking maybe they put him on the outside there because I've already determined that he may very well have placed in first position. So to my knowledge, men's physique ICN criteria comes down to 5 different components: V-taper, muscularity, conditioning, symmetry and proportion, and stage presence. Now as we can see in comparisons here, when it comes to muscularity, Derek wins this hands down. For the V-taper, I would give this to the athlete in the white shorts, making it 1-1. For conditioning, I would say it was relatively close between the two, but due to Derek having far more muscularity, he just looked more conditioned on stage. That takes our score to 2-1. In terms of overall delivery, posing, presentation, both athletes posed really, really well, so I would give them a point each on that, which takes us now to 3-2. So by those calculations, that would give Derek the win. Now at the end of the day, this is a bodybuilding show, and if it was 1 and 2 between the two of them, like it was, this guy placed first, Derek placed second. Realistically, the both of them should have been front and center, being well compared, so they could decide between the two athletes. The fact that there was absolutely no comparison between the two tells me that there was some unfair calling going on. As far as I'm concerned, if you were to put both athletes in front of a pro lineup, Derek would simply look far more competitive than the athlete in the white shorts. Now I'm not stating this to take anything away from the athlete in the white shorts. I think he looked absolutely incredible. He's clearly done the work and is extremely competitive in the men's physique category. It is, however, really frustrating to see calls like this being made in bodybuilding when these athletes are putting in a huge amount of effort and time and investment into these shows only to be misplaced. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about this call. All right, that last category, as you can see, that's what we call getting ICN'd. It was within enough or close enough range to get away with it, right? It still sucks. While men's physique is certainly about V-taper, and I think the winner had a very strong argument in the discussion of a V-taper, that is one portion of the category. There is muscularity, there is conditioning, and there's obviously posing, which again, I think he had a strong case in. But in cases where he was strong, V-taper, posing, the other two were arguably equally as strong. So then it would come down to muscularity, symmetry and conditioning, where this dude didn't have it. You could tell he was very young, so he had very low muscle density. He just needs to obviously age a bit and spend a bit more time in the gym. And it was a shit call. It was a fucking shit call, but I've seen it happen before. I've actually seen it happen a fair few times before. And again, it's always an ICN. They are notorious for it. Men's physique was just a fun category to throw down and see what happens. We really had no expectations or no care factor. I don't think Derek is extremely well suited to the category, but it doesn't mean that on a day where the competition may not be as strong that he couldn't win it. And today I think, at least in that first timer category, that wasn't the overalls, in that first timer category, he probably should have had that. And you can see early on, the minute they came out, they basically moved him and his client straight to the side because they'd competed earlier in different categories. Didn't even give them a chance. They didn't even run a comparison reel. Anyway, moving on. It was fun. It's great to be in Queenstown, of course. Christchurch has been pretty good too, but I'm excited to get home back to the Gold Coast. I'll see you guys on the next one.